You love your dog. That part's obvious. But here's the question nobody thinks to ask. Does your dog actually recognize your bond in the way your brain understands relationships? Not just to feel safe and not just to feel fed and walked and comfortable, but genuinely in the way they're wired to read the world, picking up on the signals that tell them they matter to you. Because the way dogs process social bonds is completely different from the way humans do. And most of the things we do to show affection either mean something different to a dog or don't register at all. These 7 things take seconds, but once you understand the science behind them, you'll never interact with your dog the same way again. Number 1. The slow blink that tends to put dogs at ease. Most people assume eye contact means connection. With humans, it usually does. But with dogs, particularly with unfamiliar people, direct, unbroken eye contact can read as confrontational. It's the kind of sustained stare one animal gives another before something tense happens. So every time you gaze at your dog without thinking, you may be sending a more ambiguous signal than you realize. Here's a 3-second adjustment that research suggests makes a real difference. The next time your dog meets your eyes, let your eyelids drop slowly. Hold the blink for just a moment and then open again. A 2020 study from the University of Sussex found that dogs tended to respond more positively to humans who use relaxed eye cues like slow blinking, approaching more readily and showing more relaxed body language than with neutral expressions. The effect was most pronounced with their own owners. It's not a defined communication system the way it is in cats, but the pattern is consistent. Soft, relaxed eye cues tend to put dogs at ease in a way that hard staring simply doesn't. Try it today. You might be surprised what comes back. Number 2. Talk to them like you can't help yourself. You probably already do this. That slightly ridiculous high-pitched voice that appears the moment your dog walks into the room. Most people feel embarrassed about it. Don't be. The research supports you. Multiple studies have found that dogs respond more strongly to dog-directed speech. That warm, exaggerated, emotionally heightened tone, especially when it comes from their owner. A study from the University of Paris, published in 2022, found that dogs were more likely to orient toward and approach their owner when spoken to in that register. The effect was notably stronger with the owner's voice than with strangers. Dogs still respond to familiar voices in any tone, but that particular register increases engagement, attention, and approach behavior in ways that normal speech simply doesn't match. Your dog isn't hearing words, they're hearing emotional signal, and that tone, the one you use without thinking, is one of the clearest ways you communicate that they matter. So lean into it, narrate their breakfast, tell them they're a very good boy approximately 40 times a day. The words are irrelevant, the tone is everything. Number 3. Let them come to you first. Think about how you usually greet your dog. They run over and you reach straight for their head. From your perspective, affection. From your dog's perspective, something approaching fast with no invitation. Dogs process the world primarily through scent. Before any physical interaction, given the choice, most dogs prefer to investigate first, nose leading on their own terms. Reaching directly for a dog's head, particularly one that's anxious or still warming up to you, can trigger a subtle flinch response rather than the lean in you're hoping for. The habit worth building is simple. When your dog approaches, extend a relaxed hand and let them come to you. Let them sniff, let them close the gap themselves. When they push into your hand or make contact first, that's your green light. This matters most with dogs who are nervous or meeting someone new. Allowing a dog to initiate contact tends to produce more relaxed, confident engagement than reaching for them before they're ready. It's a small shift, but it communicates something your dog's nervous system registers immediately. You pay attention, you don't push, you can be trusted. Number 4. Find the place that makes them melt. Not all touch lands the same way for dogs. And the most meaningful contact tends to be in areas your individual dog genuinely enjoys, which isn't always the places we instinctively reach for. When bonded dogs groom each other, a behavior researchers call allogrooming, they tend to focus around the head, neck, and ears. These are areas the dog cannot easily reach alone. Contact there only comes from another animal they trust. Research across social mammals has found that allogrooming is associated with oxytocin release and plays a role in bond reinforcement. The evidence in dogs specifically is still developing, but gentle, predictable touch, especially in areas your individual dog prefers, has been consistently linked to relaxation and calming physiological responses. Worth noting, every dog is different. Some love ear strokes, some prefer the base of the neck. Some would rather you didn't touch their head at all. The principle isn't about one magic location. It's about paying close enough attention to your specific dog to find theirs. Slow, gentle, rhythmic. Watch their body tell you when you found it. Number 5. Let them finish the sniff. Picture the scene. You're on a walk. Your dog stops again to spend 45 seconds investigating a lamppost. You give a gentle tug. Come on, let's go. Understandable. Also, from your dog's perspective, one of the most regularly frustrating things you do. Smell is not a background sense for dogs. It is the primary sense. Their olfactory system is proportionally vastly more developed than ours, built to extract layered, detailed information from the world in a way we genuinely cannot imagine. That lamppost isn't a lamppost to your dog. It's a record of who's been there, when, and in what state. Research into canine enrichment has found that allowing dogs time to sniff freely during walks is associated with lower stress indicators and improved well-being. In some studies, producing greater contentment than simply extending the walk's duration. Your dog may not need a longer walk as much as they need a slower one. The sniffing isn't a detour from the point of the walk. For your dog, it largely is the point. Let them finish. It costs you 30 seconds and gives them something that genuinely matters. Number 6. Sit with them and do nothing. Most owners think bonding means doing something. Playing, training, treating. So when they're simply in the same room as their dog, just existing, it can feel like nothing meaningful is happening. But something meaningful is happening. In social mammals, proximity during rest is one of the ways attachment is expressed. Dogs tend to rest near the individuals they're most bonded to, not interacting, just present. Shared space, particularly relaxed shared space, is understood in dog social behavior as a signal of safety and comfort. When you sit near your dog without reaching for them, without asking anything of them, you're communicating something in a register they understand instinctively. I want to be near you. I don't need anything from you right now. Try it deliberately. Sit on the floor near where your dog rests. Read, scroll, do whatever you'd normally do. Don't initiate contact. Just be there. Over time, you'll likely notice the distance between you shrinking. They move to the same room, then closer. Eventually, they're against you. Not because you asked, but because they chose. Proximity seeking during rest is considered one of several meaningful indicators of attachment in dogs. That moment when they choose to close the gap isn't incidental. It's worth paying attention to. And number 7, be actually present, even for 60 seconds. This one sounds simple, but it's actually the hardest and probably the most important. Dogs are remarkably sensitive readers of human attention and emotional state. A 2016 study published in Biology Letters found that dogs could match photographs of human emotional expressions to corresponding vocalizations, distinguishing between positive and negative states across both humans and other dogs. Their ability to read us operates constantly and runs deeper than most owners realize, which means they tend to know when you're genuinely with them and when you're physically there but mentally somewhere else entirely. The research on dog-human attachment shows similarities to human attachment bonds. The same proximity seeking, the same distress at separation, the same calm at reunion. That bond isn't built in dramatic moments. It's built in accumulated small ones. Get down on their level. Use that voice. Let them sniff your hand. Find the touch they lean into. Slow blink. And for 60 seconds, be completely there. Your dog has no concept of your inbox, your deadlines, or what's on your phone. They only know whether you're present or you're not. And the moments you choose to be fully there, those are the ones that build into something science suggests is very much like a deeply felt bond between two species who've been finding their way toward each other for tens of thousands of years. Your dog is already showing you they're bonded to you. In every slow blink, every nose pressed to your hand, every time they choose to rest against your leg. These 7 things aren't tricks, they're translations. Start speaking their language and watch what comes back. If this helped you unroof your dog a little better, subscribe and drop a comment below telling me which one you're going to try first.